Chicagoland, USA plays host once again to our RWL Snarl. Hi again, fans. Wally Cardill, Johnny Bianco, and special guest Mask Incorporated's Hangman Tex Lynch, and we all welcome you to this week's edition of our RWL. So guys, which of you watched our RWL? Mid-Atlantic this week?
That would have been me, and it was a pretty good show. Granted, they don't have all the fancy trappings of, say, Snarl, but on the whole, I enjoyed the card.
I did too, Wally. I kinda enjoyed it. It was a pretty good show. And that fella Don Hickson, you might want to think about getting him in here on nights when I gotta work.
All right, then we have a good subtopic we can discourse on during tonight's card. It's so far a good one. But right now, let's see what impeccably dressed General Manager Matt Clark has to say about it all.
Wow, Clark looks like he's running for president or something. Gotta admit, guy is impeccably tailored.
Well, let's see what the grand old man's got to say.
Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? Okay, well, welcome to week 2 for me. And as you can see, I'm kind of falling into line with the whole concept. Also, I admit taking a page out of Steve's playbook over at Rage. Which means I'm doing my address before the show and keeping them as short as possible. Folks, don't buy tickets or tune in to see Top. Okie dokie. Just a couple of quick notes regarding some card changes tonight. My old buddy Tashore, who you all met last week, is hopping mad wish. Does look pretty funny when you see it. But anyway, he's outraged by my bet Wildcat XYZ from Snarl. Just so we're all clear on this, Miss Wildcat's lack of any sort of official documentation regarding who she is or where she came from disqualifies her from competing here. However, as a, air quotes here, consolation prize, Mr. Bell will be introducing a new Japanese woman wrestling protege, HANA, who's going to compete against Frankie PICONE of Power and Beauty. Also of note here, Patty Powers came by the office and wanted a match for tonight with Virginia Austin from Bell Council, and I gave it the green light, so that's happening tonight as well. And finally, just added literally before I got out here, we're going to see our RWL Light Heavyweight Champion, your Olympic hero Kurt Angle, defend the title against Count Victor Mondo of Valix Corp. Altogether, a pretty sweet card, not to blow my own horn or anything. Guys, enjoy the show, and I'll see you all next week. Same Snarl time, same Snarl channel. Later.
Well, guys, it sure seems as if Matt Clark is taking to the new post like a duck to water. He handled himself well this week. At least I think he did.
Nuh-uh, fellas. He's miserable.
You're gonna have to expound on that text. But up first, yes, Scott Bell debuts HANA against Francis Frankie PICONE of Power and Beauty in our card opener tonight.
Wildcat XYZ banished. Hey, I'm sure Scott Bell didn't appreciate that move by the GM.
Yes, Matt doesn't take wrestling from strangers, Johnny. And here is Scott Bell with HANA.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, accompanied by the lunatic Scott Bell. And from Kyoto, Japan, Hannah.
Excuse me, Tex. Why? What are you trying so very hard not to laugh at?
Get out of here.
Seriously, Tex, what's the deal? Let us in. Man.
I'm sorry, fellas. I'm really sorry. Oh my God.
And her opponent, accompanied by Martha Gordon. And from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, Francine Frankie PICONE.
I've never seen you laugh that hard in all the years I've known you. What's with HANA, Tex?
Fellas, it's real hard to explain. It's gonna take a little while. You guys are just gonna have to thank you.
Hey, can you at least try to explain what that outburst was all about? I mean, just so me and Wally can. Look, we want to understand.
I promise I will try and explain, but let me try and get through this here match first. Alright, here we go. Collar and elbow tie up. Hana grabs that arm. Hana goes round the back. Frankie PICONE just boxed up. Can't do nothing. Oh, she's in all kind of trouble. Oh, nice counter from Frankie. Nice counter from Hana. Oh, there's a little bit of a slugfest going on here. Now we're back into the collar and elbow. And up against the ropes. Looks like the referee's going to have to break this one up. Come on, ladies. Break it up now. Okay. She's got Hana up over the shoulders. Hana counters into a DDT. Well, guys, to try and explain what that was all about, and I'm real sorry. But it's hard to explain.
Well, try as best you can within community guidelines.
Well, I'll give it a go. All right. Hana is the little tiny feather on top of a huge, heavy pile.
All right, great. You've lost us already.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Now, hang on. All right. You fellas ever see one of them old Warner Brothers cartoons where Bugs Bunny has the big bad wolf in a predicament and he starts piling heavy stuff on top of the big bad wolf? He starts with like a 500-pound barbell, and then he starts piling sacks of flour on him, and then he starts escalating it to like grand pianos and cabinet radios and refrigerators and old ovens and stuff. And finally, he's at the top of this impossibly tall ladder near the ceiling, and he's about to drop this tiny little leaf on top of that huge pile and finish off the big bad wolf. Well, Hana is that tiny little leaf on Scott Bell's pile. I mean, he lost Wildcat XYZ, and now he brings us this. I mean, just look at her, guys. Come on. She's ridiculous. Come on, please.
Hey, come on, Tex. Blow your roll.
All right, be professional. Oh, there you go, be professional. All right, Tex. Okay, now, Hana has Frankie PICONE in a serious predicament here. She is on the mat to the top rope with Scott Bell just watching it all. Oh, goes for the elbow and misses it. Frankie PICONE has a chance to answer back. Whips Hana to the ropes, to the corner. Grabs her again. He's gonna whip. Oh, she whipped Frankie just done whipped her to the outside. And oh, poor Hana is in a bit of a fix here. Okay. Got her in an inverted headlock, and Hana strikes back with and Frankie strikes back with a kick and a hard right. And Hana kicks back, and now they're locked up again. And Frankie PICONE back in the ring. Okay, Hana sneaks up from behind and kicks her. And now Hana's got her up. What you gonna do with her? Into the turnbuckle. Oh, and into an Oklahoma stampede. Hana going for the pin. Only a 2 count. Frankie PICONE gets that shoulder up. But anyway, Scott Bell, his huge pile. This is just the living end for me, guys. You remember last week that poor Johnny lost his mind when Kevin Sullivan showed up.
Thanks.
This is my Kevin Sullivan right here. Hana.
Frankie PICONE rallying here against Hana.
Frankie beating her ass.
Okay. Tex, reel it in. Man.
Okay. That's professional, Tex. Okay. Oh, look at this. Frankie PICONE with a slingshot. And Scott Bell over here protesting to the referee loudly, as hard as he can, distracting the ref. Can't make that count. And Frankie PICONE Definitely getting her nerve up here. Stomping away at Hana. Goes for the pin once again. Okay.
You okay?
There we go. Better now. All right. Now Scott interfering directly with Frankie Picone, and the distraction works like a charm. Hana takes her down. 1, 2. Oh. Frankie just getting that shoulder up at the last possible second. Okay. Hana with a hammer fist, but misses. Doesn't miss with the kick. Connects to the midsection. Goes for the pin again. And I don't believe it.
What just
do not
happened?
believe it, guys.
Here is your winner.
Well.
Hana.
Well, we throw that word upset around real careful, you know? We throw that word upset around, but this was an upset. And I don't care who you are or where you're from, that was an upset. Hana had no reason to win that match over Frankie Picone.
Hey, really?
Hana! You guys do take care of this. Okay.
And so, it's an upset pinfall victory for Hana over Frankie Picone in her inaugurals matchup. And I'm sure Short is pleased with this performance from the newcomer Hana, and we'll be back with more snarl in just a moment. Just well.
Look at her.